Hello everybody, today is Monday, the 17th of July, and I was experimenting with Chibitronics lights over the weekend. I made one card for craft roulette. I can show that later how it works. Was a bit tricky. And another one, which I want to make another one of, which is this one. And when you push that button, that lights up. And I want to make it a bit better so that there's also light in the submarine. So that's what I try to do today. Just to show you that one too, is when you turn this wheel, then other lights are going to burn. And just the green one needs some extra pressure. I don't know. Ah, there it is. So that was a bit more tricky to do. But it's basically, there is a wheel in there which has strips of copper tape around, and then sometimes it makes contact with those things and sometimes it doesn't. And all work well, but the green. And the thing is, craft roulette, they turn the wheel and then by chance you have the parameters, and this is kind of like this works with the different lights. You don't know which one is coming up on next. So, okay. Then I try to find a position where nothing is on. And you can exchange the battery, just shake it out here. And that's what I tried to do here too with this flap. So I want to improve that, but it is kind of exchangeable. Yeah, because I do like to have that, an exchangeable battery thingy. So, and this is from Fawn, the stamp. I already colored one. Also have a submarine, which is from MFT. Is a yeah, die cut thingy. I love it. Also have this one from a stacked circles sentiment, because I want to do something with that, but I haven't thought it through entirely. Then I also have vellum, which I need, and my Chibitronics lights. I have all the colors actually, some copper tape, a battery, and also, just to include everything, there's the flip-flop stamp from Fawn and the die cuts. And I think that is all I need, plus ink. So I want to start with inking the background, and I do like this color combo a lot, but this one is a bit more orange, so I want to go more for the blues. This was Mermaid Lagoon, Peacock Feathers, and Uncharted Mariner. I always call it Mariner, just because. So I want to go for Salty Ocean, Blueprint Sketch, and Chipped Sapphire, as we're in the deep sea. And again, here's my storage thingy for that. And Salty Ocean, Blueprint Sketch, and Chipped Sapphire. That's how I call it all the time. So, and those panels are leftovers. I made frames for something, and then I had all those same size squares left. I still have a lot of those, so I tried to make some cards with that. And maybe I'll start with the light one. Yeah, I always put it in the lids, so they have their spot. Voila. Okay. Okay, now I want to have water splotches, because this is an underwater scene. And here I should not forget that. So those are mostly perfect pearls. And the white, I think, is watercolor white with this Lawn Fawn liquid stardust, just to make it more speckly. And again, I still had the leftovers in here from the last time. I just rehydrate them. And here I had to add a bit more powder because it wasn't much left. So this is turquoise and forever blue, and then that white stuff. So then I speckle it on. Hi, Mosey. I even have it on my screen of the phone. That's interesting. That I can speckle around it. And normally, once you pay attention, one had what is close by, which I didn't do now. We use a speckle box. Okay, now let that dry. So I have this U-boat. We call it U-boat, Unterseeboot, underwater boat. But in English it's a submarine. So I call it a U-boat, underboat. And I put some acetate here. But I think it's a bit weird to see the water right through. So I did cut a vellum. And I will put that on the back of it. All over here. Onto the thingy. So. Okay, got it. And this is nearly dry. And with the last one, I had some troubles fitting the boat on it with the sentiment already on it. And I want to figure that out now where I put what. So just put on the sentiment provisorisch, just as a placeholder. I will stamp that later on with the Misty. Yeah, I don't have a Misty, with my stamping tool. So. And I also want the push button. Before, with the other one, I did do the back part first. But I guess that should be fine there. And then I want to have the boat here. And this needs to fit too. So, okay. Now I want to have the light shine through here. So I need to cut a little hole. And I use the heart of this die cut thingy. And I just place it about here. I don't really want to. It's a bit tricky now. You could rip my paper when I take it off. So, okay. And then I want to cut out the holes for the window because I want to have light behind. So I would have to, I'm so shivery, put that down. And then I take a pencil and do those Bullaugen, those windows. Okay. One can barely see them, but one can see them. And now before I take it off, I will put it into my stamping helper with the right side, because I want to just keep the stamps where they are. So I put it in and pick them up. So, okay. And now I can put the stamper thingy to the side. And take this circle, which I have from another stackable thingy. This is the smallest one of those. I don't know where they're from. And then I try to find my line. and cut that out. And I will keep those cutouts because I want to stick them on the back panel. Okay, so I cut that out. So that's the third one. I took off some of my speckles, but it's all right. Okay. And now I check if it's kind of all right. Yes, that worked out lovely. And then I take this panel. It's the same size. And the heart I just mark. And the other ones I wanna put those in. I wanna stick them on the under layer. So I'll do that. Hope it doesn't move. Okay. Take it off before it glues together. Okay, I can put that aside, let it dry even more, and then now comes the Chibitronics part. Okay, so here I want to have a purple light this time. I'm just getting it out. So it says on these things, that's a P for purple light, O for orange, G for green. And you also see there's a little minus and there's a little plus. That is for the battery, which has a plus and a minus side too. I want to put it on like this so it covers the heart. So I will have the minus side on the bottom. And when we take the battery, there it has a plus side, so the other one is the minus side. And I want to put it in like this. I need to have it on the right spot where my stamp will be. So maybe I ink my stamp up just quickly and make a slight impression so that that I know where it should go. So now I have it here. There needs to go the battery. The battery needs to go there. I'm very nervous and stuff falls down. Okay, just prepared it a bit because I lose myself sometimes a bit when doing that. It's better to be prepared. So I made those triangles. Do you see it properly? Maybe a bit closer. Where I want to put the lights. And with the U-boat, I just want to have it next to it and it will shine through the hole in the paper. I think it will be kind of like indirect light. That's what I wanted. I need a flap that goes over it for one thing. I just take a strip of medium thick paper and cut it a bit shorter. So, okay. Now the minus part is easy. That needs to be on the paper and just go to the battery. So I do all of that now. I take my copper tape and make some space. And I need to reach that. It needs to reach that part of the thingy. So I put it a bit over that triangle and just go over to that battery. And then I take the bone folder and make it flat. So easy peasy. Now with the others, it needs to be on that side, and I cannot go like over things because also need to pay attention that the plus line and the minus don't overlap somewhere or it won't work. So I'm going up here, starting it there. Go up on this one too. I hope it's not too far down. And now I could actually go this way with it. And now I connect this to the other one. Take that width. And this is how you make a corner, a sharp corner. You go in the other way, you fold it, and then you can go down. And it just needs to be on the battery. So, okay. And then make it flat. So, now the other one needs to end on top of the battery. That's why we need this piece of paper, which it needs to go up here and around and then end up on top. So maybe even a bit shorter. I started on this paper and on the top side, kind of, or maybe on the middle, and then I really wanted to overlap and then go to the top so that those lines don't meet each other. Then I go around. Oh, I'm gonna flatten it. Okay, now I cover the other side. And by now Chibitronics has switched to another conductive thingy. No more copper tape, but now they have some kind of tape, which is cool. It's better to transfer around corners and stuff. So it needs to end up on the battery, but those lines are not allowed to meet. And I need to reach the top part of the triangle here. So when I put my sticker, the electronic part is in the middle and the outer parts are on the copper tape. So this might work. Yeah, let's hope so. Okay, then I flatten it here too. And now I thought that those parts, they just need to be linked. I can do it in one thing. They need to be linked to this one. Maybe I want to do two just to make sure. So now they're all combined together, and I hope there's enough space. So now I put my stickers on. I need the white one is for the submarine. I want 2 white ones. And now pincers. Okay, I don't want to break it though. Just need to pay attention that it doesn't cover. Okay, so it reaches it on top and there. And the middle needs to be copper free. And another white one on the other side, which I find a bit questionable here. But maybe it works. Okay. I could already test it. Put my battery in here. Okay. They work. And now the purple one, it's always a relief when it works. Now the copper one upside down because I turned it around with a plus and minus. Now again the battery. So, okay. And then I will go over this again because this is kind of a soft spot here where it could break. Also, we'll go over it with tape. And I just cover all of it again. This is not necessary, but I just rather make sure there's enough contact everywhere. And then I always cover all the top parts too. Oh, here I go. Just again. Uses more tape, but it's a bit easier. And then that one. on this one. So flatten all of it. Goes best with a bone folder. Test it again. Okay, this will work. And now I want to put a tape here just to enforce that hinge. Put it on and just cut off the excess a bit. So. And now we need to make sure that this is not always on the battery. So it is a card where you push it, then it lights up. That means we need to make a little wall around the battery, also to hold it in place. Okay, this is the second card. I do like that because I'm so scared of that step. I have 2mm foam tape and I am just putting it in front here. And maybe there another one. So now we already have a little wall, and this needs to be pushed down to reach the thingy. Okay. Also the card panel that comes on top needs to be a bit higher, or it would push it down anyway. Okay. And now so it doesn't fall out, I will frame it entirely. I want it to be exchangeable though, so I don't want it to be too tight. But like this. Okay. And now it also has those walls on the sides. Yeah, okay. But this is so far so good. It needs the foam tape all around, which needs to be higher, or at least the same height. I think I have the same height here. And with this one, now it's not dark outside, but when it's dark, you can see I put foam tape here and you see the light in a square. I do not like that. It kind of takes the illusion. So I'm trying to put as little foam tape as possible, but as much as needed. So I go all the way around. And one can stick stuff onto the copper tape. That doesn't make a difference. Which I wasn't sure at the beginning, but I still make one here in the middle. And also I have smaller tape. I think I want to put it around the battery holder so it doesn't push the thing down. So put it around here and here. And here anyway. So I leave that side open because I want to be able to take it out. Put it on again, and then just put it here. So now the panel will be on, and here will be the pushy thing. That is nice. If I put that on, does it shine through? Yes, it does. Oh wow. Okay. Here, I don't know if I want to have some distance. Yeah, okay. That looks great. Or directly on the thingy, but that is cool. Okay. And here the light shines through entirely, so I want to put some acetate on it. Not acetate, vellum. I'll just take a small piece. I was so saving it all the time, now it already looks so ugly. It's also very old. Acetate has a shiny side, not so shiny side. I want the shiny side on the outside, so just put it on from the back. Okay. Now I need to do the stamping. of the sentiment. I want to emboss that white. I do that off camera, and then we can assemble the card. Okay, before I assemble it, I tried to figure out my flap to keep the battery in, but being able to exchange it. So I have a little strip here, which is a bit wider than the battery thingy. I think it's alright if it's overlapping this, so. And here I marked some score lines to have the flap turn nicely. So we just score those things. Maybe. Last time was a bit too wide. Okay. Shouldn't be too tight either, or it gives pressure on the thingy. Might be too much. So this needs to go around. And then that might work. Okay, I think it will work. Now before I put it together, I will put on my critters, and I will use some foam tape. I have 1.5 millimeter, but this is a bit boring to watch, so I do that off camera. So that's why I did that off camera. It takes a long time. And now I try to, I don't see it. Maybe if I put it on here, then I see it better. Kind of. Okay. Well. And the fish. And here I just want the light to be on that heart. So put it like that. Hey, voila. And now I take off the rest of the foam tape. This is very annoying too. And now I will put my flap on first. I want there to be stuff that adheres to the panel. I took all the stuff out already. So. Okay, it's a bit more overlapping there. And now I put glue all over, including that flap. It just gives me a bit more time to maybe shift it around a bit. And then I try to place my card. Okay. Now I want to add my battery. Now push. Okay. And it doesn't do it by itself. Only when I push it. Okay. So now I need to add it to the front, to the card base. And I need to shorten this. Maybe even more. This will be something that just, you can just push under the thingy. So, okay. Which means I don't want to have any glue here. So I do it with tape this time. I need a card base for it. Now the card base is ready. This is ready. And I put it on with tape. I'll start with that one. Do not interfere with the flap. So. And then, maybe I go around like that. No, I can take the thicker one. I'll leave that open. Right here. So. And again, I will add some glue, especially here in the corner, because I didn't reach it all. So, all over actually. Also on the parts I don't have tape. I still need to figure out if the flap is too long. Put it on. Try to center it nicely. And let's dry a bit. And then this should be able... Maybe one needs a stick or something to open it. It's too long. Okay, take it out again. Need to cut it shorter. Just very, very short. Like this. And now you could just go along the lighter blue paper and push it behind. So that's better than the last time. Okay. Because I like those to have removable batteries. And I'm finished. Ta-da! And the old one was this one. Just a fish glowing in different colors. And now this glows too. And this has a pink color and there was white. So I'm now all sweaty and a messy desk, so I will clean up, and I do thank you very much for watching and see you in the next one.